In today's video, we're going to be looking at my December YouTube analytics to see how I'm tracking, how we ended off the year of 2020, and what I can work on in the future to make sure that I'm getting more views, more watch time, and that my audience is actually enjoying my videos to help me grow on YouTube. So if you want to learn how to use your own YouTube analytics to help yourself grow, make sure you keep on watching to learn just how powerful your YouTube analytics actually are. Let's get into the video. Alright guys, so I'm on my YouTube analytics and we're on the December period right here, and I want to just compare how we're tracking, what I can improve upon, and make sure that we are in fact improving, growing on YouTube, and looking at where we're going wrong so that we can improve. Now the biggest thing that we can see here guys is that my views have actually gone up by a large portion, and this is because of YouTube Shorts. So quick little note, make sure that you are doing YouTube Shorts if you are a small YouTube channel. This is a great way to get your videos out there and to get more views and to potentially get more subscribers as well. So make sure you're taking advantage of this while you can. So we can see here for the month of December, I received 118,400 views. Now it says this is 38.2 more than usual, but it's actually a lot more than that, because if we compare that to November, I only had 13,708 as opposed to 118,411. So we can see right there, that's about 105,000 view increase. But this is comparing it like for the whole year. So that's a little bit interesting. In terms of subscribers, we're finally in the positives. We're actually gaining more subscribers than we're losing, which is really, really awesome. If you're a bit unsure why that would be or how that's even possible, definitely check out my other YouTube analytics videos. I'll link them in the description, so make sure you check those out if you're a bit confused what I'm talking about there. But great to see that this is starting to be in the positives, and I'm sure in a few months time it'll actually be saying that it's actually going up as opposed to right now saying that we're still decreasing. In terms of watch time, we've had 1,000 hours of watch time, which is pretty decent. Once again, most of the views are from YouTube Shorts, which are anywhere from 30 seconds to a minute long. So you'd expect the watch time to not be super high, but because I've had so many views, it still says that it's about usual. It doesn't actually say that it's increased much. Once again, it's comparing this for pretty much the whole year. Because if we go back just a few months, back in May and June, we were receiving about 191,000, 187,000. So December is about 118,000. So we can really see we're starting to get back to where we used to be. Back in January, I had 214,000, and in December we had 38,000. So we can really see here, there's some big differences here. We go back just a few months ago, I was only getting in September 2,042 views, and then it went up a little bit in October. We had a nice big jump in November because of YouTube Shorts, and then we've had a huge jump in December. So really, really awesome to see. YouTube Shorts are definitely something that I'm going to keep looking into the future. It's going to help me get my videos out there. And the great thing about YouTube Shorts, guys, if you didn't know already, even if your YouTube Shorts, you're worried about people, if they watch those videos, they won't be interested in your other videos. First of all, make sure you're creating the right type of YouTube Shorts. But secondly, if somebody watches your YouTube Shorts, they're going to be recommended by YouTube your other videos. And if you keep popping up, eventually, as long as you're making content that they're interested in, they will eventually click on it and realize that they like it too. So I truly believe YouTube Shorts are definitely powerful. Do not think for a minute that they're going to ruin your channel. You can see here that even though my revenue isn't super amazing, the great thing is that the views are going up. We're reaching more people. We're getting the channel out there. And that's only going to bring in good news in the future. Now we did skip over this part. It says, good news, your channel received more views than usual, and your channel subscriber count continued to climb, but not as fast as usual. Like I said, pretty fairly typical, but it's great to see that it is in fact increasing. If we jump to hours here, just to kind of compare it from previous months. We jump back to November with 13,000 views. We only had 184 hours of watch time as opposed to 1,020 in December. We jump all the way back to October when he had 90 hours of watch time. And even in September, we only had 78.2. We jump way back to these higher months. We had 10,803 hours of watch time. We had 8,578, and we had a really high point here of 26,463. So So we can see we've still got a long way to go, but 1,020 is not terrible considering, like I said, these are YouTube shorts. So that is pretty much the equivalent of about 8,000 to 10,000 watch hours of a standard video, because like I said, YouTube shorts are shorter, so therefore the watch hours is going to be less. Now if we go ahead and we actually jump down to subscribers here, just to kind of show you exactly what I mean, you can see here in the previous months I was actually losing subscribers. In November alone we lost 457 subscribers, as opposed to in December we actually gained 81 subscribers. So you can really see here, compared to losing 457, I've technically in this month gained 457 plus 81. Let me know in the comment section down below if that doesn't make much sense, and I will answer it the best that I can. But this kind of just shows you that we were losing subscribers. We lost 525 in October, we lost 506 in September, and we lost 953 in August. Briefly, I did change my videos a bit, and that's where we started losing subscribers. The subscribers that I was gaining weren't actually interested in my content, and let's be real guys, if people aren't watching your videos for you, if they're not enjoying your videos, subscriber count means nothing. So losing subscribers didn't really bother me too much. But it's great to see that we are in the positives once again, and it'll be great to see in a year's time just how far we would have come from looking back this last year. 2021, I hope this brings some amazing things. Let's have a quick overview of the top videos for this period. We can see that my best performing video was from my How Much Money Does David Dobrik Make, and we received 71,544 views. Now straight away we can see this had a 60.2% average view duration, and this is why it did so well, guys. This is so important. If people are watching your video for a long period of time, it's going to be recommended more and more by YouTube. If we jump down to here, we got 31,375 from How Much the Norris Nut Make, and once again that was a very high 70.8%. Jumping down to here, we've got Charlie D'Amelio, still got 1,942, which is still pretty good. A little bit lower though, 51.6%. And then for Dude Perfect, we've got 1,768, or for 66.7%. So we can see here that for the most part, my average view duration for my shorts videos are a 50% plus. And if you didn't know already, average view duration, I have a video coming out very soon about that, so make sure you stay tuned for that. And I have done one in the past as well. But anywhere from 40% plus is doing pretty good. Obviously you want to have it as high as possible, so 60, 70, 51, 66, 57, 57, 59 are all very good. We actually jump back to the How to Unlock Every iPhone. This one was only at 26.3%, so quite low. And that's why that video isn't doing quite as well, but it is starting to take off a little bit. It's had 670 views in the month of December. Great to see, and I truly will be looking into seeing that in a few months time, because I feel like that is a video that has the potential to do even better. Let's jump on over to reach here, and we're gonna have a look here. So we had a total impressions of 159,500. Considering we had 117,000 views, that is a very high click-through rate. Strangely enough though, when you look at the click-through rate, it says it's only 3.3%, yet we had 118,000 views from 159,000 impressions. Doesn't make much sense, does it? But what you don't realize is, guys, a lot of these impressions were probably from my main videos, and that's going to be a little bit different. We jump down to traffic sources here. It's going to show you exactly what I was talking about. 92.3% of my total views was from YouTube Shorts. That is how much YouTube Shorts is totally influencing my channel, and it's truly amazing to see that it is starting to take off. A lot of people say that it's a bit of a hit and miss, but truly I believe the more YouTube Shorts you create, the greater chance you have of getting the video to take off. Hey, my videos have only gotten 70,000 views and 40,000 views. That may not seem like that much, but for my channel, for a small channel that doesn't actually get that many views, that is a huge jump for me. That is something that I can reach much more people, and it gives me a much higher chance of getting more subscribers and growing in the future. So YouTube Shorts is truly amazing, and I would highly recommend definitely giving it a go for your own channel. The next highest was from browse features at 2.4% and YouTube search at 1%. So interesting enough, my YouTube search is normally my highest performing views, but browse features has actually been higher. Why do you think that is? comment down below. Well, you'll be correct if you were to realize it's because of YouTube Shorts. More people are seeing my YouTube Shorts. They're being recommended by other videos, the browse features, and therefore they're watching more of my other videos, and that's why my browse features has actually got more than YouTube search. All of these percentages seem minuscule, but that's because it's such a high amount, 117,000 views. So 1.8% of that is actually still pretty good. If we jump over here to the little funnel here, we had impressions of 159,500, and 64.1% was from YouTube recommending your content. We had a 3.3% click-through rate, which is still not bad considering we had an impressions of 159,000. Like I said, if it's a lower impressions rate, then you would want a higher click-through rate, because if you're getting less impressions, your click-through rate should be a lot better. If you've got a low click-through rate and a low impressions rate, you're doing something wrong, and that's probably why you're not getting very many impressions. So something to look into the future. Views from impressions, we had 5,300 views. Average view duration was 1 minute and 8 seconds. We'd expect that to be quite low because my YouTube Shorts are only about 40 seconds long. So that's pretty standard. And the watch time from impressions was 101.52 hours. If we jump over to playlists here, we can see my YouTube analytics series has been doing quite well in terms of my playlist. 14.3% of my playlist views was from that. Really, really awesome to see. We can see externally, we're still getting 27.8% of external views is coming from Google search. We're a little bit from WhatsApp, Bing, Google, and of course, YouTube. Not really too sure why YouTube would be on there. If we jump over to YouTube search here, 1.8%. 3.2% was from how does Teespring work. Once again, it's been performing really well for me. We got a few YouTube searches from iJustine, the video I did for iJustine. How to hack into an iPhone, we got 2.9%. Ryan's World got 2.6%. Sisyphus Bro got 1.9%. So you can see those YouTube Shorts are bringing in views. Really, really awesome to see. And we're being suggested on some very interesting videos. We're being suggested on a lot of Norris Nuts videos, which makes a lot of sense because that Norris Nuts video did quite well. And that's actually because we're being suggested on some of their videos. So we made McDonald's at home with the Norris Nuts, 8.6%. Real Life Among Us, we got 3.8%. We moved our bedrooms, was 3.4%. Noah knew Saki was imposter, 3.4%. We made Saber angry, 3.2%. So we can really see why I was getting about 40,000 views on my YouTube Shorts video. A lot of that actually came, well, not a lot of it, but a portion of it came from suggested on their videos. Now, obviously, I'm not going to be ranking very high in their suggested, but I am still getting views from suggested, which is really, really awesome to see. If we jump over to engagement here, want to have a quick look at the engagement here. We already know we've got about 1,000 of watch time, and the average view duration here was about 31 seconds. If we scroll on down here, I just want to have a quick look at the watch time here. So once again, the highest viewed videos obviously going to have the highest watch time. We can see the top cars performing here, the in-screen performances, and we can actually go ahead and look at the audience retention for these videos. All of those were actually pretty high, 55, 50, 47, 45, and 44. Anything that is above 40 to 45% I am happy with, so we're not actually going to worry too much about that in this video. We are hitting exactly where we want to be. Super, super happy with that. Let's jump on over to audience, and we're going to have a quick look to see how the audience is doing here. So I want to actually have a quick look here to see how it's working from not subscribed to subscribed. And surprise, surprise, 98.1% of my views were from unsubscribed people. This is absolutely awesome because it means I'm getting the possibility of getting more subscribers. That is super, super high purely because of the influx from YouTube Shorts being recommended because of YouTube Shorts and all the other things that come along with it. We're reaching more and more people and we're getting more subscribers because of it. I can't actually see exactly how many subscribers I gained, but I can guarantee you it was more than 83 subscribers because like I said, we're actually losing subscribers at the same time. We were losing about 450 to 500 plus per month. So you could bet your bottom dollar we probably gained about 530 subscribers for the month of December. In terms of age and gender, 65% is from male, 34.2% is from female. We had about 38.5% was from 18 to 24, which is pretty standard here. We're seeing 48.8% is from the United States, not changing too much there. all very similar. And let's jump on over to revenue. And I want to have a quick look at the revenue here. So we can see here my playback base CPM was $17.49. It's gone up by about 16%, and my RPM was $6.92. I want to see my RPM from $7 plus, a little bit lower than that, but pretty happy to see where that is at. In terms of revenue, we're sitting at around about 50 cents to $2 per day. Fluctuates as you'd expect based on what video is getting views and all of those kinds of things. We jump on over to CPM here. I just want to see how the CPM has been fluctuating for the month of December. At the start of December, we were actually sitting quite low at about $12.44. Then we had a big spike on December the 10th. We got a $65 CPM. And then we dropped all the way down to $11.46, $21, $18. So we can see that it averaged out at about $17.49. If we jump over to the RPM, it should be very similar. We had a spike here of $25.40 RPM. If I was getting $25 per 1,000 views, it would be absolutely insane. Obviously, that's not the case, but it's still very interesting to see. You can see here in October I was getting $23, in November I got $38, and then in December I jumped back down to $29. Surprisingly enough, you'd think December would actually be a higher revenue month, but from the way it looked, a lot of my videos were from YouTube Shorts, which you do not get paid advertisements for. So because even though I received more views, I wasn't actually paid for that. The one downside with YouTube Shorts. But what you got to remember, guys, is YouTube Shorts is all about in the long run. It's about having a successful YouTube channel in the long run. The more people you can reach, the greater chance you have of being seen and growing on YouTube. And that's what I'm focusing on right now. This is not about making money. This is about reaching as many people as I can and having a successful YouTube channel that can help people turn their passion into a career. Right, guys, so that was a quick little video on my December analytics showing you guys how my YouTube channel is tracking. Overall, you can look at it as positives and negatives. I'm definitely happy with how my YouTube channel is tracking. Definitely go ahead and check out my previous months to kind of see a comparison of how my YouTube channel has actually been tracking for the last few months. Definitely check those out if you haven't, and it'll give you a better understanding of how you can actually look at your own YouTube channel and really see how you're tracking for your own channel. I think it might actually give you some positive outlooks and help you to keep focused and working towards a successful YouTube channel. If you did find this video helpful, be sure to give it a thumbs up and make sure to subscribe to the Creator Nation by clicking that big red button down below. If you did enjoy this video, I know you'll love these other videos. Go ahead and check those out, and I'll see you over there. Peace out.